Hello and welcome to a short review of the Bachmann 3F. The locomotive comes packed in the standard Bachmann box, the blue and red one they've been using for many years now. Inside of the box, it's in the block of ice style packaging that most manufacturers will use nowadays. Upon first impressions, the model looks really smart in that unlined LMS black. Really is a gorgeous looking model. I do quite like my little 060 goods engines though. The shed code and number are printed very nicely upon the smokebox door. There's a separately fitted handrail, and there's the buffer beam picked out in red, and the model does have sprung buffers. There's a nice brass whistle and some brass safety valves, and you can also see that the cab windows are glazed. The number is very nicely printed on the side of the cab, and you can also see it actually says 3F just by the cab cutout. The interior of the cab is very nicely detailed, as you can see there. The running board is metal, so that gives the model a nice bit of weight. I do quite like cast metal parts on models. I do think that's a very good sign of quality. The coal load is also metal, and it's actually a separate piece that can be removed so that you can put crushed coal in there if you'd like to. There's the tender with the coal load removed, and there's a look at the underside of the coal. So yeah, it's a pretty heavy piece of metal actually. Here's the Bachmann model versus the old Triang model, which dates back to 1958. Mine's from the late 60s though. And you can see it's really no contest between the two. The Triang model has very little separately fitted detail, whereas the Bachmann model is absolutely covered in it. I really like both models, but although the Triang model has a lot of sentimental value, I really think the Bachmann units are a much better model. This locomotive was a gift from my grandparents, and I'm very thankful for that. I had a quick look on the internet just to see what these models tend to go for, and knew they might go for about £130. I don't know if this particular number is still being sold, but I also looked at second-hand models and they tend to go for about £70 to £90 or so. It's a pretty nice model. It's a very nice, reliable and smooth runner, and as I said before, I do quite like little 060s, so I'm very happy with it. If you get it for the lower end of that, maybe £70, I think this is a very nice model to get if you're into the Midlands region or whatever. Yeah, I'm very happy with this model. Now time for some running.